Hey guys, my name is Miska and welcome to Overwatch Central. Today we're gonna be taking a look at some more Hammond stuff, or well, Wrecking Ball stuff. We just got a bunch of things that we wanted to test and kind of myth bust in a way, and just make sure that we knew how all of these different interactions with the different abilities, the other heroes, and just things in the game actually worked for this new hero, as it is pretty important to know what will happen when certain abilities interact and what characters actually kind of end up almost countering you in ways because they just get a bit of an advantage with how their ability works compared to your ability as Wrecking Ball. We did a bunch of testing in this. Everything might not be super precise, but it's still showing off the main essential parts of that ability interaction. So our main thing that we tested was the grappling hook and bumping into people like that, and also how other heroes' ability would affect your momentum as you move around as Wrecking Ball, as that is such a core part of your kit. The other things that you could test interactions with was Pile Drive and the ultimate, and we did test both of those, but Pile Drive just doesn't really have that many interesting interactions. It is just kind of a stomp down that throws people up in the air, not too much to say about it, but there were a couple things to mythbust around the ultimate. So let's get started and with the swing, and now with Reinhardt's charge as well, and see how that interacts. And as you can see, Wrecking Ball just kind of knocks Reinhardt back in his charge, even if it is directly on the Wrecking Ball when he is max speed. So Reinhardt can't really pin him there at all. If he was sitting completely still in the Wrecking Ball, it's a different thing, or if he was just completely still on the ground, of course. But when he's swinging like this and going fast, Reinhardt can't hit that charge and that pin. Genji is next with the Swift Strike, and well, the Swift Strike works kind of as expected in a way. If you go into Hammond as he is full speed in his Wrecking Ball and you Genji Swift Strike through him, you will actually still take the damage from that hit, but you will go through Hammond as you would normally. So you can use Genji Swift Strike without any real issues there. Next up is Grav, just to kind of have tested it, so you can see that indeed pretty much all of the abilities but the shield, of course, for Hammond is locked. And then Grav, if you already have the hook out, so the sort of grapple hook thing from the Wrecking Ball, will also cancel that and bring you out of that into that same state of not being able to use any of your abilities but the shield. You do also actually get taken out of that ball mode if you're in roll. Next up is Doomfist and a Rocket Punch, and this is kind of an interesting one, honestly. And as you can see, Doomfist, if he Rocket Punches Hammond when he's not going that fast, does actually just completely knock him out of his grapple hook. And that is because of the stun that is in there and then the knockback as well. It's the same thing for the super speed as well if you go very quickly. But this time around, Doomfist will actually take that 50 damage from swinging around and being knocked into by Hammond. But yeah, overall, Doomfist pretty good there actually. And even his Seismic Slam will affect the Wrecking Ball when it is swinging around like this, if it's close enough to the ground. Next up is D.Va, and using her boosters to fly into the Wrecking Ball, and that really messes with the momentum and can even stop Wrecking Ball completely if done correctly, but will at least boop the sort of Hammond ball out of the path. D.Va does take that damage too, but her flight path is not altered at all. Junkrat Mine is next up, and that affects the momentum, but will most of the time just speed Wrecking Ball up, so you don't really want to be throwing the Junkrat Concussion Mine out at all, because most of the time you will just be speeding it up and, well, causing more damage than good, really. Next up is Brigitte, and, well, some interesting interactions here. Of course, the stun will work the way you would expect it to if you time it right, but the Brigitte whip shot actually completely stops the Wrecking Ball as it swings around like this, as you can see here, and it's just very effective if you time it correctly. But again, timing is everything on Brigitte here, but definitely some good abilities and interesting interactions there. After that, we have Mei, who can slow Wrecking Ball down with her normal freeze, even if he's spinning around at super speed. But Hammond does stay in ball mode when frozen, meaning that if you are starting to get frozen out of the ball mode, you can just press your roll button to go into that ball mode, and then you'll just be frozen there and you won't have a head hitbox. Interestingly enough as well, the cryo freeze, Mei's sort of ice block, doesn't actually really affect the Wrecking Ball a whole lot when swinging around. It's a bit of a weird one, you kind of just go straight through the top of it. Lucy's next, and he can boop Hammond in Wrecking Ball swing mode, but it just isn't very effective. It does alter his path a little bit, but yeah, it's just not the greatest in terms of stopping Wrecking Ball in his path. After this, we tested out a couple things for the ultimate that we thought we'd just mythbust for you guys, and that's of course the Genji Deflect, and Genji cannot deflect Minefield as the mines are up or as they are deployed either, so yeah, no deflecting there at all. D.Va can't eat the mines either as they are deployed or when they are on the ground. They're not really normal projectiles, they're a little bit different like that, so D.Va can't just eat those mines at all. It's kind of the same thing with the fact that she can't eat a Junkrat Concussion Mine when it's already on the floor, And that is it for all of the interactions that we tested that we thought was worth highlighting. There are of course some things that are a little bit more obvious, such as the Orisa pull. You will always pull Wrecking Ball, even if he is at super speed. If you time it correctly, it's the normal range and all of that stuff, of course. And other abilities where the interactions are just very obvious what will happen, but these are the ones that are interesting, important, and also just worth highlighting. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of all of the Hammond, or well, Wrecking Ball interactions with different abilities and other heroes. Please leave a like if you did enjoy it, and yeah, subscribe for more Overwatch content as per usual. Also, a quick shout out to HyperX for just keeping support in the channel. A big thanks to them. You can check out their different keyboards at the link in the description. They have a bunch of different ones, some 10 keyless ones, a full RGB one, some medium-sized ones, and yeah, of course, the 3 different switches that you would expect. So yeah, definitely do check that out if you do play on PC. Some headsets for the console players out there as well. But yeah, that is all for now. Thank you guys very much for watching. Until next time, take care, and we'll see you then.